Poor artists copy, but great artists steal.
The EP was recorded in 2 different places. We recorded it in a studio called Take Root in San Francisco, and then we recorded it in Guerneville, in a place called In the Pocket. We brought in a different producer, and Adam Rossi, who normally produces, was able to step back and become a player,
keyboard,
and only a player, while Chris Stadio did some of the production. We wanted to record everything all at once. So instead of maybe doing the drums and the bass and then overdubbing everything, we wanted to record as a band and kind of get a sense of what this group of musicians sounded like in the studio. We used the EP as an opportunity to learn something about our sound and to learn how to talk to each other when we are in the process of working on music.
The reason you want to explore different artists is because you want to try and see what your own interpretation of that artist might be.
And also it's just sort of fun to play songs you love. I mean, it's kind of like why you started playing an instrument in the first place.
I liked that track a lot because we've been playing it for a long time and everybody kind of knows that we're all very comfortable with it. In fact, I think it came about on the road. In soundcheck, we would open up with that song and just mess with it. And it was so organic, there was no thinking, no nothing. It's just like, oh, soundcheck, let's play with this thing. And all of a sudden we started performing it in the shows on the road.
Like, I think the band's performance is awesome in Eleanor Rigby. Well, I think the highlight was when Tom picked up my guitar and said, you know, just roll tape.
The whole song is about life, and life is fragile, and life is precious, and life is so fleeting. I could go anytime. It's like the whole song to me was about the lyrics. I love the lyrics on that song.
Control and your sympathetic strings are like the stirrings in my soul.
Somebody More Like You was such a simple tune to begin with. It was so ripe for covering because you could go so many different directions with it. So to me that one came together just perfectly.
Bridge Over Troubled Waters kicked my butt really hard because I didn't know what to do with it. I think I worked more on that song than all the other songs combined, and then you multiply that by pi.
Bridge Over Troubled Water was probably the most challenging song for all of us. And I think we all knew that that song was going to push us, and that song probably pushed us more than any song. This is how I recorded in every Sunflower. My girlfriend was sitting there, I was sitting here, my computer was, the software was recording it, and it was just this cheap mic. I wouldn't swap the pain, never knowing you. I wouldn't swap the pain, it was worth it for the view. I think I like the lyrics of that song more than anything, you know. I think it probably touches a subject that is probably closer to me than maybe some of the other songs. I wouldn't swap the pain for never knowing you. And to me, it just reminded me of all the different people that I've known and, you know, all the different experiences that you have in relationships. It's worth it for what you gain and what you learn. That's probably one of those lyrics that I'll keep with me for a long time. We all brought in different songs. Kevin wanted to do Better Things, and it was different because Better Things was sort of a like a party song. You kind of get the sense that maybe they recorded it in a couple passes, and we tried to do sort of the same stuff. There was one pass when we were all standing in one room and we were like stomping and everyone's like clapping and. I think the EP turned out to be everything that we wanted it to be. We learned a lot about ourselves as musicians. We learned a lot about ourselves as songwriters, and we learned a lot about ourselves as friends and bandmates.
You can't just edit out the drummer, you know. I've got feelings too.
You know, going into the next record, and the reason we did the EP was to help us do the next record. I think that we go into this next record with a different knowledge than we've ever had before about each other and about ourselves as a band. And I feel really positive and really hopeful about what we're going to produce.
So here's to what the future brings. I know tomorrow you'll find better things. I know tomorrow you'll find better things.
It was like I got to record all day, hang with my friends, and then we like watched Jackass 2, and it was just like, God, this is like heaven.